Hello, and you're once again welcome to MES on Constructions, where we discuss all things engineering, architecture, and 3D modeling. Today, we'll be learning how to design a slab flat roof and roof wall loads for this structure. We've been working on this project for a while, and we would like to install a slabbed flat roof on this by creating another story and generating some of our structural members into the story. But before further ado, don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you find our content useful, and we also encourage you to leave a comment and interact with us so that we can know what you think and what we can do to serve you better. Thank you. Now let's get back to the video. In order to create our slabbed flat roof, we need to go back here and create a new story. So we can create a new story here, and we can click on insert story. This panel pops up, then we can input our desired number as a position for the new story. And since we already have story 1, we can simply type 2, and when we type 2, a second story will be inserted in our model, and we can go ahead to press OK and ignore the notification and press yes. As you can see, all we have here is general arrangement of the story based on the information of the existing story, which is good, but we need to add structural members to the story. And how we can go about that is to go back to our story as shown. Let's click on it and choose the option Generate Stories. This panel pops up, and we can pick the story origin in the first side and the story destination to insert members as shown. The story destination is a new story where we want our members generated. We can now come down here to unselect the members that we don't want to be generated in the new story. Slab strips can be generated when we have a slab on the new story with exactly the same properties, otherwise we unselect it and draw new slab strips on the new story based on the slab properties of the new story. In this case, properties of the slabbed roof is assumed to be the same for the main slab for now, hence we can leave it the way it is and allow it to be generated to the new story. We can press OK and then close the panel. You can now see that we have this right here in our 3D interface. Now what we want to do is we want to create a slabbed roof that will take the form of our existing slab geometry. For a better perspective, we can go to our story plan. I want the roof slab to cantilever like this, with walls on the cantilever and also a cantilever on this side, and the other sides as well. Then we can retain the recess in these places with the beams and have wall loads replaced with roof wall loads. The roof walls can be designed with the height specified in the architectural drawing. Now to create roof wall loads on story 2, we need to first remove all of our wall loads on this story. We are now in our story 2 plan and can begin to select the beams that we want their wall loads to be deleted. We have all the wall loads on our cantilever selected, so we can now delete them and go on to see what the 3D model looks like. However, we still have wall loads and wall openings, and these are not needed on our slabbed flat roof. So in order to delete them, we need to go to our story beams and select all our beams. Then with all beams selected, we can go up here to click on delete wall loads and press yes to confirm the action. We can go to our 3D to see what the model looks like. Now we no longer have wall loads acting on our slabs. We can now assume that the roof slabs won't carry the same magnitude of load as the floor slabs. Therefore, we can assign different properties to them depending on the types of load and speed they'll carry. So we can go here to our story slab, select all slabs, use the left mouse button and go to slab properties as shown. The property panel pops up, and we can go on to change the depth of the slab from 150 to 120. We can do that for all slabs as shown. We also need to change the nature of the additional dead loads, so I can close this. Then go to my loading and hit my slab additional loads. I can click on that. As you can see here, I have customized a flat roof and I already have a material assigned to my flat roof. This material represents the flooring of the flat roof. You could also customize roof floor materials by going into Edit Materials and selecting a desired material out of the options. You can also create a new material by using the green add icon. I can close this panel now. Like I created the flat roof load, you can also add a new load name by clicking on the green add icon. And add a new layer name or material, then edit the material by selecting from the options or creating a new one. Then you can go here to select the material chosen or created from the edit material panel. I'm done here and can simply press OK. Now, when I go to my slab properties in load options, the load I just created is readily available and I can select it. However, I would like to go back to select the story slabs, left click and go into my slab properties in order to edit all loads at once. I select additional loads, then I click on the top icon as shown and change the load options from room to the roof for all slabs. I can now close the slab properties panel. What's next is we need to create our cantilevers on the ends of these slabs. And in order to do that, we need to go back to our plan and click on any of the cantilevers to bring out the properties. And as you can see, the load is a flat roof and that's good, implying that whatever we create now will mimic the existing properties of selected slab. So I'll go here and can click this and click this to make my cantilever. The sides of the cantilever automatically connected, hence we can go on to apply the same method to the other beams. We are done and can go ahead to close this. Now that we have all desired edges cantilevered, we can go into our 3D to see what it looks like. We still have this recess here and we have this recess here, but every other part of the roof is cantilevered, and this is to cater for the cantilevered portions of the first floor slab as roof coverings. Let's go back to our story plan. We need walls to be on top of these cantilevers. And in order to have walls on our cantilevers, we need to go to partition wall loads and select or create a wall load. Similar to how we created the slab load, we use the green hat icon and then rename the new load roof wall. We may choose to give it a different color by going here. Let's give it gray. We also have to add the material properties by going here. So we can select light blocks, we can select medium blocks, we can also create a customized new material. For this tutorial, let's go with medium blocks. We have the unit weight automatically calculated and can use 150 for the thickness. Now we have 2.25 Newton per meter square automatically calculated for a load value based on the thickness that we chose. I think we are good and can go on to close this panel by pressing OK. Now we need to select our point, line and area loads, and when the panel pops up, we can choose line loads. And this is because the walls we are trying to create will act as line loads on our cantilever slabs. Now we can go back to the panel to select the nature of the load, which is roof wall, And I want the roof wall height to be 0.9 because then once I input the value, the wall load magnitude is automatically calculated. Press update to update the slab load, and we can go ahead to install the wall loads on our cantilevered slabs as shown. However, on this section of the roof, we can simply add beam wall loads on the beams by selecting it. And in the top panel, we can select Edit Wall Load to create a wall load on the beam. We can click here for wall load options and choose roof wall to stay consistent with other roof walls. And down here, we can change the wall height to 0.9 meters. Now, with all the necessary properties set, we can go ahead to close this panel. We can close this too. In order to create a wall load on the other recess, we can simply select the beam of the first recess and go to the top panel to select copy wall load. Then we can left click on the beam of the second recess and select paste copied beam loads, then press yes. We have these good looking roof walls on our structure, as you can see in our 3D, with some of the roof wall loads acting on the slab and others acting directly on the beams. This is it for today on the basics of how to design a slabbed flat roof and wall loads on slabbed flat roof in Protastructure. I sincerely hope that you are able to learn a thing or two and found this video tutorial to be helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on your notification bell to be the first to see our videos. Thanks for watching and bye for now.